As a parent, I always think that it's important for us to focus on really some fundamental sorts of questions. The first thing is, what does this mean in terms of what my child will be learning? What does it mean in terms of what is the expectation going to be of my child at a particular grade or at a particular month within a grade? And so that's really one of the key things for parents to start with. The second thing is, the question is going to be that you're going to ask is, well, how will you know as a teacher how well my child is doing or how well my child is not doing? And so in looking at that, as a parent, you'll want to know what kinds of tests or assessments are being used by your school to determine whether or not your child is achieving as is the expectation. The third thing I would say is, as parents, you really want to know, okay, well, if my child isn't doing as well as is expected, how will I be alerted to that? How will the school let me know that there may be some challenge? And then further, once that is identified, what kind of help, what kind of assistance is going to be available for my child in order to help my child to begin to reach the levels of expectations of the school, of the teacher, or of the district, if we're talking about, standards. So those are some of the things that parents really want to know. And if it's all working together, it's important for parents to really be informed throughout every process with all kinds of education programs or services or initiatives. I think that transparency is probably the most important thing. And what I mean by transparency is that the information is made available to parents in languages that are the languages used in the homes of parents, and also in a language that is easy for parents to understand, free from the sort of technical jargon that really is abundant in education like it is in many other areas. Communication has to be by more than written letters. It's important for everyone in the school to be using the same language, and therefore there to be a lot of opportunities for parents to conference with teachers one-on-one, for parents to meet with other parents to discuss the information, and also for parents to participate in more targeted kinds of workshops or training where they can really learn about the programs that are being used and also about what they should be looking for in their children's work. One of the things that I do in my role as a consultant is I actually interview parents to find out what do parents know about what's going on in their child's school. And this year I've had the chance to visit two different school districts where response to intervention is being said to be used. Very few parents knew the verbiage of response to intervention. Most parents, the way that they understood the program was that their child, if they needed extra help, they were getting extra help. In one district, the district was implementing the program in a way that was very clearly set up, where the program in terms of the basic reading program and math program were strong programs, and also where the interventions were clear and the different assessments in terms of the benchmarks were being administered on a very regular basis. So parents knew that these things were happening and they were told how that things were going to work. In the other district, all of those elements were not in place, and so it was different depending on which parent that you spoke to, which says that It's important when the program is being implemented that all parents have the same information, because the reality is that parents are partners not only as being partners as teachers of their children, but they're also partners in sort of the accountability to make sure that everyone is on the team working in the same way. If parents know how it is supposed to work, they'll be able to hold the folks who are responsible for implementing accountable for it being implemented properly.